KHOU 11 News at noon starts now.
And we've got heavy rains hitting areas south of Houston. This is a live look from Space Center Houston, where the next band will be heading. You can see those clouds in the skyline there. Good afternoon. I'm Sherman Chow. Let's get straight over to meteorologist Brooks Garner with a look at the radar. Brooks.
You got it, Sherman. This is part of a big scale of heavy rain. We're going to have a pattern like this for the next couple of weeks, and we're getting it. Look how active the Gulf is, by the way. We'll have more on that coming up in a second. But first off, check this out. Heavy rains rolling in off the Gulf. The sea breeze, daytime heating. It's about to start pouring at Space Center Houston. It's about to start pouring in downtown Houston. Check it out. We've got heavy rain at the Loop and the Gulf Freeway. This is heading right toward the University of Houston. Also heavy rains down through South Acres and southwest Houston, and heavy rains on the east side. So I think the stuff at Galena Park's eventually going to rotate right into downtown over the next few minutes. Meanwhile, we've got more rain around the south coast. We'll track that coming up. First off, though, I want to show you this. There's a new disturbance being tracked by the Hurricane Center. They're calling it potential tropical cyclone number 6. because it's forecast by later today to become a closed low, a tropical depression, and after that, Hurricane Florence by early next week. Now, I don't see that as a threat to Texas right now, but I do see other threats in the tropics. We'll track very carefully, Sherman, coming up.
Boy, it is busy out there. Thank you, Brooks. New at noon, a judge is trying to figure out how to monitor a Katy ISD student accused of threatening to blow up his school. Today, the Morton Ranch student went before a judge. We also learned that Braden McDaniel's mother is a teacher at the school. He is now banned from going near the high school, still being worked out where he will attend an alternative school. Here's what his attorney had to say.
He told a joke at school. He's a young kid. He's incredibly upset about it, never thought it would get to this because he's not an adult like we are and doesn't understand the consequences of those kinds of things.
McDaniel, who is 17, has been charged as an adult with making a terroristic threat. A bat tests positive for rabies in Pasadena. That live bat was found at a shopping center on Southmore in front of the Ross store there. The Harris County Health Department is warning anyone who might have had direct contact with the bat to get tested. Rabies, which can be deadly, can be transmitted by coming into contact with infected saliva, most often through a bite. A rough day on Houston roadways. A motorcycle rider has died after flying off the 610 ramp to the East Tex Freeway. All this happening during a police chase. According to the Harris County Precinct 1 Constable's office, the rider lost control right before crashing. That rider was transported in critical condition to a local hospital where he was later pronounced dead. And witnesses say that brake failure caused this truck to slam into a house on Goldcrest in North Houston. This is near the Hardy Toll Road and Tidwell. Luckily, the house was vacant and the student behind the wheel is okay. In fact, a friend actually took him to school later on. And this dramatic wreck south of Crosby, look at that, left a driver trapped for over an hour before firefighters could pull him from that wreckage. Earlier this morning, the truck smashed into a tanker on Crosby-Lynchburg Road near FM 1942. This is in Barrett Station. A Lifeline helicopter took the driver to the hospital. The driver's condition still unclear. The road has since reopened. Arizona saying goodbye to Senator John McCain today before his final trip to Washington. Here is a live look from Phoenix as thousands of people, including former Vice President Joe Biden and 24 U.S. sitting senators, attend today's memorial service. A speaker there on the podium, Chris Martinez, has the latest.
Arizonans are preparing to say their final goodbye to Senator John McCain. Today, they celebrate the life of the six-term senator at a service at North Phoenix Baptist Church. American flags line the route McCain's hearse is taking to the church. Former Vice President Joe Biden is among those eulogizing the senator and remembering a friend. Arizona Cardinals wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald will also speak.
I've had a wonderful relationship with him and his family for quite a while, and he's been a wonderful mentor to me.
Today's memorial service is the final event in Senator McCain's adopted home state of Arizona. On Wednesday, about 15,000 people filed past the senator's casket at the state capitol. Many waited in line late into the night.
I really feel like he did a good job trying to work across the aisle, and I really appreciate it. So.
Okay, well, he's my dad.
Oh, really?
4 of McCain's children were there to thank mourners. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Phoenix, Arizona.
Here at home, we are hearing from many of you today also unhappy about school bus problems in your districts. This after our stories yesterday. So we're taking a deeper look this afternoon. Among the issues, Pearland ISD alone short 18 drivers. So workers from other departments, including mechanics, even the transportation director himself, are filling in as drivers. In HISD, there have been long delays at the new bus hubs for magnet schools. Right now, dozens of dogs and cats from Harris County on their way to Oklahoma and soon shelters all across North America. Adam Bennett explains why Animal Lover says this is a plan that makes sense.
What has been an early morning for the 61 dogs and cats on board the Rescue Express bus here at the Harris County Animal Shelter. They are making that 8-hour trip up to Tulsa, Oklahoma, hoping to find a forever home.
Ready?
These dogs and cats are headed for the Humane Society of Tulsa. Once there, they'll get checked out and then be moved to partner shelters around the U.S. and Canada.
No more belly rubs, but you know where you're going, you're going to get more belly rubs.
And ideally be adopted out next month. Shelters in the Houston area are almost always over capacity, but other regions have the opposite problem. Lots of people wanting to adopt, but not enough pets in the shelters.
Let's go, baby.
Houston Pet Set and the Humane Society of the United States are partnering on this plan to keep transporting about 150 animals per month from Harris County shelter.
It's going to be fun. Come on, why not? We're taking 70 or 60 something animals. It's a new option. That's what we're here for.
Now, 8 hours on board a bus is a long time for humans, let alone animals. So the driver does tell me that they will be making a couple of pit stops along the way. And he says they made a special music mix with nature sounds to try to help the animals sleep. Reporting from Harris County Animal Shelter, Adam Bennett, KHOU 11 News.
Relief for drivers in Katy. Tomorrow, an extended part of Cane Island Parkway opens off of I-10. It will now extend south of the freeway to 1463, giving drivers another option to get to neighborhoods such as Firethorn and Tamarind. This is that same exit that gets you out to the Buc-ee's in Katy. A big happy birthday to our city. Houston turns 182 today. Earlier, our Sherry Williams celebrating with a party on the move, singing happy birthday on the Houston History Bus. This afternoon, we'll share your birthday wishes for H-Town. If you want to wish her a happy birthday, visit our Facebook page or tweet us using the hashtag KHOU11. Texans play tonight, and it is a big game. It's the final preseason game, and it is against the Cowboys here in Houston. A lot on the line with this in-state rivalry. Houston's gone 2-1 in the preseason so far. Kickoff is at NRG tonight at 7 p.m. Still ahead, a parolee on probation for having illegal firearms. He's found with a 3D printed gun. Well, kinda. We'll explain. Plus, shocking video as an Uber driver shoots and kills another driver, while the local sheriff says it was justifiable all day long. And the race for governor turning controversial in Florida. Was his comment racist? You decide.
Get ready for cheerleaders, school bands, all kinds of school spirit, because we are hosting a pep rally this Friday. Do you mind?
Sorry. Forgot how much I just love being in that pep rally band.
No, I know. As I was saying, we're going to be hosting a pep rally at Cy-Fair High School this Friday. Yeah, Doug, we can still hear that.
Okay, sorry.
So bring your school spirit and join us for H-Town Rush, 4:30 to 7 a.m.
Now, can I go?
Yes.
How can one size fit all? You are not like me, so I can't take something that works for me and make it work for you. Here, we will customize anything you want that fits for you. I don't know of anyone else that can say that and create it.
Located in East Downtown and now in Katy off I-10 and Fort Bend Road. Save huge with 20% off select luxury mattresses.
Why Mack Hike Ford? Easy decision. It's not just the great price. Our sales team works with you to find the best Ford for your family. Great inventory to choose from, best sales team in Houston, and always the best price. In fact, we'll beat any price on a new Ford or pay you $1,000.
New 2018 Ford F-150 Super Cruise, $15,000 off MSRP.
Find the best car or truck for your family at Mack Hike Ford.
Are you one of the millions of Americans suffering from chronic knee pain?
Have you been told knee replacement surgery is your only option? Then call now to see if you qualify for a breakthrough all-natural treatment for knee pain relief. By using an FDA-approved product that replenishes the lubricant in your joints, a cushioning layer is created, allowing you to move smoothly and pain-free. This treatment is covered by most insurance, including Medicare. Call now and get your mobility back.
Hey, is that the guy who fixed your AC last week?
Yep, and now he's going to stand there for 10 years.
At John Moore, we stand behind our work. Across all our services, nobody beats our warranties.
Call John, get more and more.
The Republican nominee in Florida's governor race is facing growing criticism for controversial remarks about his opponent. Congressman Ron DeSantis said Floridians would, quote, monkey up their state's progress if they elected Tallahassee Mayor Andrew Gillum. Gillum is the first black gubernatorial nominee in the state's history. DeSantis' campaign says any attempts to characterize his comments as racist are, quote, absurd. To another heated race, barbs from the Democratic primary debate for New York governor include, can you stop interrupting? Can you stop lying? That's just one of the testy exchanges last night between Governor Andrew Cuomo and challenger Cynthia Nixon. Nixon talked about corruption convictions for Cuomo's top aides, while Cuomo hit Nixon as a millionaire who does not release enough of her tax returns. Today, a judge arraigned a former Michigan State gymnastics coach. Kathy Clage is facing charges in connection to the Larry Nassar case. She's been charged with 2 counts of lying to a peace officer during the Nassar sexual abuse investigation. She said she didn't know anything about the abuse, which was contradicted by witness testimony. In Florida, an Uber driver will not be facing charges for the deadly shooting of another motorist. This under the Stand Your Ground law. Jason Boak thought his ex-girlfriend was in the Uber, ran it off the road, and dash cam video shows him pulling out his cell phone like a handgun, saying he has a pistol and asking, if you want me to shoot you. The Uber driver, who was a recent police academy graduate with a legal concealed handgun license, fired, hitting Boak. He then called 911 and administered first aid. The local sheriff called it a, quote, justifiable homicide all day long. California police say this is a 3D gun that they found in the home of a parolee currently on probation for illegally possessing firearms. Sacramento investigators say it doesn't work, though, and that George Vang gave up finishing it because it was too hard. An Austin company is now selling blueprints for the guns through a loophole after a judge ordered the company to stop posting the information on the internet. A warning for parents, the guidelines for car seats are changing again. The new recommendations your young ones will face. And one airline adding more seats for the fall. The reason football fans will be cheering the move.
All right, weather-wise, we've got an active day, especially south of I-10. Heavy rains coming in off the Gulf of Mexico. We'll track this, talk about how this is just a trend that's beginning in a pattern change, and we'll look at the tropics, which could cause even more of this. Look at all that lightning, by the way. Missouri City, our broadcast tower farm getting nailed right now.